Hey, what's up? It's Phoenix and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I encourage you to hit that like button, to subscribe, and to share for more quality content from Phoenix. I also encourage you to check out my books. I'll put the link in the description. And today I would like to welcome you back to my rock and metal series. I encourage you to check out the playlist tab for more videos. And without further ado, let's dive right in. Now today I'm going to talk about the album God Made Hell by Stain the Canvas. I've been very excited to make this video, so let's dive right in. So, Stain the Canvas is a metalcore band. They are a new band, from what I can tell. This is their first album. And they are an interesting band. I would describe this band as being very layered and textured. This is the reason why I like certain songs in metal music and why I like certain bands that focus on melody as well as the way that something sounds and incorporating the heavy elements into that as well. And this album is really interesting and really remarkable. It's definitely something different than I would have expected, though I can definitely see some of the influences of bands like Bring Me the Horizon. But I still feel as though this album is its own thing. My favorite track on the album is probably Hell Made Me. I love the parts where where the singer is like, God made hell and hell made me. I'll tear you apart like you did with me. And of course he's singing that. But I really find those lines to be pretty remarkable with thinking about how we are forged through the fires. We are forged through hell. I really liked, again, as I was emphasizing the melody and the heaviness of this song specifically. The song itself opens up with an interesting tactic of having like this kind of like electronically distorted voice, which is really, really interesting. And at first when I heard it, I wasn't sure that I was going to like that. But then the more that I listened to the song, the more that I realized that kind of dissonance and distortion really added to the heavier elements of this song. There's a lot that could be said about this song. I encourage you to check it out. There's a music video for it as well, which is pretty cool. And I think one of the things that this song does well as well as in the tradition of songs such as this, of kind of heavy metal and heavy music and metalcore, I would say that it's the creativity of the song. The song is not like something I've heard before, and that was one of the things that quickly got my interest about this band, was how different their sound was. There's almost this kind of like ethereal sound in the background. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I think it's extra voices, specifically with harmony. It even sounds like there's a choir at some point throughout this album and in this song, you know, and there are really interesting elements to this song. So I definitely encourage you to check it out. Now there's another song. It's the fourth track on the album and it is called Anima, and this song goes into elements of self-loathing. In fact, one of the song lyrics is tell me what the hell is wrong with me, and it's powerful. And it definitely conveys this idea of brokenness in this really confusing and harsh world, and finding a way to be able to stand up for ourselves by way of our strength, but also realizing that there is a way in which the fires of hell tear us down, the fires of this world, and how there is so much that is out of our control. Now, there was another song in this album that I would say two songs. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I think it's Misery May. I'm not sure what the language would be, but this was an instrumental track, and it was piano or keyboard, and it sets up the next song, Dead Section. This song is towards the middle of the album, these two songs, and you definitely get an extreme sense of melody, again as I was saying, and harmony, as well as with this heaviness that they have in Dead Section, Cut Me Open, as they would describe, just singing that. And so it definitely gives you an emphasis on the intensity of pain and the intensity of feeling hurt by other people, and I think that they capture that very well. There are also other songs I like, such as Like a God, as well as Amoeba, and I think that these songs add an interesting texture to their music, kind of interlayered, as I have been describing, how their sound is not just heavy metal. They like layer it with different sounds and with different components. And it's really interesting how they do this, and I like those songs. But I would say a song that really caught me off guard, which is the final song of this album, is called Redemption. And this is about a 5-minute song, but they take their time with this song. In fact, I think for the first 2.5 minutes of the song, he's doing very clean, slow, quiet singing. And it's really remarkable to have this on a metal album. And so, while I would say that I'm not sure how this band is going to evolve throughout the years, if they are going to take on a more softer sound through time, or if they are going to keep this original hardcore sound, and hard sound overall, there's no way to know. Certainly Bring Me the Horizon, one of their influences, has gone a different route with music, rather than just making strictly metal and focusing more on melody and softer songs, and that's completely fine. It may not be exactly what I wanted to listen to, but it is still understandable why bands make that transition. But at least for this album, I would describe it as a classic of metalcore, and the reason is because of its emphasis on heaviness and the way that they're able to keep all of those elements. But I would say if this band did opt for more softer sounds in the future, it would make sense. Redemption has a very melodic quality to it that I didn't expect. The theme is very beautiful, and like I said, they set up the song, they take their time. Now overall, this album I would give probably an 8. I want to give it higher, but only because I don't want to just give 10s to all of my favorite albums that I've been listening to. I want there to be some variety. But I am really impressed with this album. I think Stain the Canvas is a very interesting talent, and I think that they have a lot to contribute in the future, and I'm very excited about it. Again, I'm glad that with their songs they take their time. They focus on a certain element of heaviness that I think they capture very well, that is very cathartic. And I would describe their sound as being different from even metalcore bands that I would think of, such as Architects. I find their album to be very, very unique, even though it's incorporating some of these elements from the metal genre and from the metal scene. So I encourage you to check it out. The band is Stain the Canvas. Their themes are remarkable, and I think you'll like the music if you like heavier music. And yeah, thank you for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed this discussion, and I hope that it encourages you to check out music and to really engage with life. This is Phoenix, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.